Hey everyone, welcome to my new car. This is it. This is the Mustang. Yeah, I'm back in a Mustang. I've had a Mustang for years, and I'm continuing on with the Mustang. But yeah, this is it. This is the replacement for the '96 Mustang GT. It is a 2012 Mustang GT Premium. As you can see, it's pretty much loaded. I'll give a full review of this car soon. I want to do this video this morning. This is my first morning with the car. I haven't driven this car that much already. I did a quick test drive last night, and then after that I drove it home. So total, I've probably put maybe 10 miles on this car so far. So not a whole lot of experience with it, and I just want to do this video as kind of like a first impression to this 2012 Mustang GT Premium. Of course, it's got the 5.0 Coyote motor in it, and I'll tell you what, it's quick. It is quick, but let's go for a drive. I need to go to work this morning, and I figured it'd be a good time to do this video. So you can come along with me, and I'll talk about basically what my first impressions are and how I feel about this car. Of course, I like it. I mean, I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't like it. So let's start it up, and I'll tell you what. Right away, I remember in my Camaro video from last summer, I talked about how docile it was and how quiet it was. This is kind of the same way. It's a very docile car, unless you get on it. Let's figure out the wipers here. This video is going to be very sloppy because I'm still learning this car. And we get the wipers going there. That looks good. Turn that off. And yeah, so it's a very docile car, unless you get on it. And it's not as raw as my '96 Mustang GT. My '96, that thing is just, it rides like a truck. It drives like a truck. It's just so brutal. And you know what? I like that. I love that rawness. And this car has none of that. It's so refined. And I don't know. Let's go, and I'll as things happen, I'll discuss. So first of all, this shifter. Now the shift pattern. See, there I go. I started off in third gear again. This shift pattern is a lot different than my '96. So reverse is all the way over to the left and up. And on my '96, it was all the way to the right and back. So getting a feel for this, and getting a feel for where the gears are, it's going to take a little while. And during a test drive last night, I stalled it twice, and I started off in the wrong gear, and just went from like first to fourth many times, and yeah, it was like driving a stick for the first time. So yeah, it's gonna take some getting used to, but I tell you what, it feels good. The shifter is in a much better position, the much shorter throws. It's definitely a huge leaps and bounds better than my '96. So I don't know if you can hear it. It's kind of a quiet car. Of course, it sounds good. And I'll tell you what, my '96 actually feels a little bit more torquey. It's hard to explain. I mean, this car's got, what, 400 pound-feet of torque? Nearly 400 pound-feet of torque. And my Mustang, or my '96 had, I don't know, I mean, I have to check that it was a lot less. But maybe it was geared differently or something, but right off the line, my '96 felt quicker, but yeah, this car is much quicker on the top end. Much quicker. There's just no comparison, and it shouldn't be a shock that there's any comparison. It's just that '96 was a piece of crap. So, but overall, I mean, this is a badass car. And one thing, I'll be completely honest, as I was driving home last night, going down the freeway and through the twisties, this car, see, there I go, couldn't get it in gear there. Oh, that's nice. God, that's good. Holy shit. I'm gonna like this. This is badass. Man. Anyway, what I was saying, I was going through the twisties last night, through the on-ramps and off-ramps. Holy, this car is badass. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. So going through the twisties and on-ramps and off-ramps last night on the freeway, this car, it's floaty. It is a big-ass car. And to be honest, I don't like it that much. I mean, I love the car, but I just don't like the size of the car. I don't like big cars. And my to my 96 like, oh, my 96 is better, my 96 is better. But I tell you what, the 96 is a piece of crap. I don't want to go back to it. I'm just making comparisons here, that's all. I mean, this car is leaps and bounds in every way better than that car. But the size of the 96 was better. It was a lot more compact, a lot more smaller. This interior feels huge, and it's like I have to reach all the way across, and it's just, yeah, it's a big car. But I can get used to it. I'd be very happy to drive it. And I tell you, even just thinking about it, I think I'm in 5th gear now. Let's go down to 6th. Yep, 6th gear, a little bit under 2,000 RPM at about 65 miles an hour. Not too bad. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so that floaty feeling, the big car, really made me think that I think my next car, whatever is going to replace this car a year from now or 2 years from now, I don't know, but it's going to be probably like, I don't know, a Subaru BRZ boosted. That would be perfect for me. Again, I love the V8. I love the 6-speed manual tied with the V8. It just doesn't get any better than that. But the size of the car is very important to me. I like small and nimble and light. The car you can toss around. This car isn't that. It's fun though. Holy shit, it's fun. So anyway, this car is pretty much... This car is pretty much what I wanted. It's white with a black interior, a little bit more options than I want. The wheels I hate. I really hate the wheels. Those are going to go quick. I'm going to put black wheels on this thing. It's going to take a couple weeks though. My next couple weeks are going to be pretty busy. I've got a lot going on, so I'm not going to have time to deal with that. But I've already picked out the wheels that I want, and I'm going to order them probably next week sometime. Probably later on next week, and it shouldn't take too long to come in. I'm going to get them from Tire Rack and just have them shipped to my local discount tire here so they can install it. It downshifts a little bit differently than my Mustang too. Just, you don't get that, you can't blip the throttle as well. Yeah, it's going to take some practice. A little bit sloppy with this car. But yeah, I think once I get black wheels on it, it's gonna look pretty sharp. And what it really needs, it needs suspension. It needs to be dropped. I'd like to put the Ford racing suspension on it. I don't know what I was looking at it last night. I don't know what the official name of it, but it's the complete package. It's the $1,500 package for the Mustang from FordRacing.com. I've driven a Mustang with it on it before, and it was good. It was good. I mean, it made the Mustang seem a lot more tight. It went around corners a lot better, and that's exactly what this car needs. This car doesn't have the performance package as far as I can tell. It's got the standard brakes. It does not have the Brembos on it. It has 18-inch wheels. So other than that, it's pretty much loaded. It's a premium. It's got all the bells and whistles here on the inside. But there's nothing performance about it on the outside. The chrome wheels have got to go. They're not necessarily chrome. They're like a polished, like a machined polished aluminum, which I guess makes it almost chrome. Oh yeah, baby. Jaguar Type F sounds good. But yeah, I'm getting the hang of this car. It's shifting a lot better. You should have seen me last night as I was doing the test drive. I felt embarrassed. It was like driving a stick for the first time. I stalled it, and traffic building up behind me as I'm trying to get the car restarted and going again, and I could just see the salesperson just face palming, but whatever. I mean, I think I've got the hang of it now. This is my first official drive to work in it, and so far so good. Man, this thing is tight. It's actually tighter than my Honda Fit, which says a lot. My Honda Fit is a 2010. This is a 2012. This thing is just rock solid. It's got 40,833 miles on it, and it is rock solid. There's no rattles at all. It's tight. It goes over bumps really well. Again, I mean, part of it is because it's so floaty and it's so soft. That's why it feels so good. But yeah, this is awesome. This is a car I'm going to enjoy, I think, for the next year at least. But yeah, I'm looking at all the stuff here in the center console. I got to figure this out. I mean, it's loaded. I mean, it's got the sync system, the sync powered by Microsoft. So I got to figure out how that works. There we go. It's hard to get into second. Second is quite notchy. And this car didn't come with a manual either. I need to order one. And luckily, CarMax said they would reimburse me for it. So I just need to buy one somewhere, and I just need to go in and they'll reimburse me for that, whatever the cost is. So that was cool. And this is pretty cool too. So my headlights aren't on, but I'm sitting here in the dark, and this car has white face gauges. And again, I'm gonna do a full review of this car so you'll see all this stuff. But the gauges are backlit, and that's pretty badass. And one thing I noticed last night about the drive when I was driving home, there's ambient lighting in here, which is really cool. And from what I hear, I can change the color of that. I have no idea how to do that though. I need to do some research. So we'll see. Let's go around here. Sloppy shift there, but man, that goes. Good Lord. This is badass. Yeah, just the clutch is so much lighter than my other Mustang, so it takes a little bit, and I end up kind of burning the clutch a little bit every time I start off. Especially, I'm sitting on a hill right now. I've got a car like right on my bumper, so yeah, it's just gonna take a little bit of, see, a little lurch there. I need to get some seat time with this car and get to know it a little bit better. So yeah, I bought the car from CarMax, and that was a great experience. And I'll do a follow-up video or a blog post about that experience and how all that happened. And it was great. And the only thing, remember my last video, I just said that I was probably going to trade in my 96 on this car at CarMax. I knew they weren't going to give me much for it. Guess how much they gave me for it, or offered me for it? $350. So yeah, that was just stupid. I wasn't going to give them the car for 350 bucks. So ooh, we got a little bit of accident here, stuff in the road, a little crunch. That sucks. So yeah, I still have the 96, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to sell it, of course. I'm not going to keep it. I don't want 3 cars. Actually, coming to think of it, this is the first time I've ever had 3 cars. It's kind of a weird experience. It's kind of a weird feeling. I feel pressure, like 3 cars to maintain. So, but like I said, I'm going to be. God, this car just got so much torque going up this hill. I ride this hill on my bike. And I know from doing that this hill is about a 13% gradient in spots, or 13% grade. And this car is just, I mean, it's just, it's like no effort at all getting up this hill. So yeah, I'm gonna sell the Mustang, and I'm gonna sell the 96. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet. I don't want to do Craigslist. I hate Craigslist. I may just do it on eBay. I've sold cars on eBay in the past, and usually it's a fairly easy process. I mean, there's no tire kickers. You just set the price, the bare minimum that you want, and just let it go, and then just, you know, if you hit that price or somebody buys it, it's gone. It's real easy. So, see, that was a third to, I don't know, what gear am I in? I must be in second. I can't be in fourth. Again, just gotta learn this. Learn this, man. It's really, really different, and I like it. It feels good. It feels good in my hand. Nice short throws, but it's just the positioning of the gears and where everything is at. It's so much different. So, anyway, that's my first impressions. I love this car. It's fast as hell, but it's big and it's floaty. So I don't know. I mean, it's not a perfect car by any means, but I love it. It's great. I'm gonna have a lot of fun in this. And videos will be coming after. I'm gonna probably do just a quick review of this car, just a quick overview. We'll have a look at all the little details inside and out, I may wait until I put the wheels on it to do that, but who knows? I mean, just whenever I get around to doing it, but it's coming. And then, yeah, we'll just have some fun with this, and we'll see where it goes. So thanks for coming along with me, and yeah, 2012 Mustang GT.